30 cal superiority knocked off the target. Somebody shooting this thing. Oh, shit. They shot through it. What the heck are they shooting? That's half-inch steel. And there's holes through it. Hello, comrade. Today we talk about the SKS. What's up, guys and girls? Well, one girl and a bunch of guys, probably. Hi, Mom. Today we're going to talk about the SKS, the gun that Russia made that China made way more of. Growing up, the SKS was just the easy answer of, hey, if you're a poor college kid and you want to get into guns, but you don't want a traditional hunting rifle, you want something a little more sporting, a little more tactical, and just a fun rifle. SKS was an easy sell if you couldn't afford an AK and you didn't want a bolt action Mosin Nagant. Reason for that being is the Russians, the Chinese, and a lot of other people made so many of these things that it's kind of crazy how many they made. And then when communism fell or they were moving on, a lot of these states inherited armories of AKs and SKSs and whatnot. So they had a bunch of guns that they didn't have a use for, and they're just collecting dust. And then there's the American public, who we love guns for good reason. They started selling them to the US, selling them for far less than they cost to produce, because the new governments, they didn't pay to create these rifles. So the American and Canadian market were flooded with these things. And you could get a good example for $50 to $100. If there's a super rare one, it may cost more. However, they're not quite as cheap as they used to be. I went on a couple websites, looked around. It seemed like the average price for an SKS in decent shape was going for about $400+, plus you're, shipping it to your FFL, all that nonsense. So what used to be an easy, yeah, get it, it's cheap, it's a great rifle for whatever you want to use it for, now maybe not the easiest answer. So we're going to delve into that today. We're going to go over the rifle a little bit and why I still think it's a cool rifle. Mine is, I believe, a 1974. It's a triangle type 56. For some reason, it doesn't have the bayonet on it. Also, I got a little chest rig. Unfortunately, could not find an issued or authentic Chicom chest rig, so I got the next best thing. I got a Chinese knockoff of the Chicom chest rig. It's kind of fun. I like to try it out. I find it ironic that I couldn't get a real one, so I had to get a fake one from the company or country that made them. So the SKS, pretty solid system. The price point that it used to be was a no-brainer, that it was a buy. You could pick this up and probably, a good chunk of ammunition for less than $200. You get a 30 cal semi-automatic rifle that is bulletproof, that has some history, that is fairly accurate, even with just the iron sights. I haven't got any of these cheap Amazon stripper clips to really work. So there goes my entire cool guy montage of me doing things with stripper clips. However, your mileage may vary. That's about all the tactical I think we need for now. All right, in a perfect world to operate, you would obviously a charging handle. It has a built-in bolt lock back in the box cartridge. If you ever need to unload, because it's stripper clip, instead of firing it, you can just pull the release pin down here and it pops right out and your rounds will fall to the ground. We have a very basic but easy to understand safety. Basically, now you don't shoot, now you shoot. Simple as that. Missile gas blowback system. They have a very optimistic sighting system, which I see a lot of combloc ones where you're like, oh, it's 1,000 meters. I guess if you want to turn this into a volley fire piece of artillery. Yeah, just a solid little rifle. Honestly, I think this would be a great little hunting rifle. Most of them came with a cleaning kit in the stock, and obviously a bayonet permanently attached, cleaning rod. Like I said, mine didn't come with a bayonet, and mine has, for some reason, a little rubber stock here and no cleaning kit, but I have the cleaning rod, so that's something, I guess. One of the cool things about this rifle is actually really popular in Canada. Reason being, dirt cheap, shoots a 7.62 by 39 round, which is great for protection against large hairy mammals that may or may not want to eat you, and pretty decent for hunting too. Very accurate for what it is, very cheap. You can have multiple of these. The only thing is apparently they have to be modified where they can't hold more than 5 rounds. But yeah, cool piece of history. Ultimately, would I buy it now for how much they're going for? Not at $400. I mean, unless you just really like Soviet era weapons or, you know, Tri-Com weapons, maybe. It used to be such an easy sell of, you know, you get a good one for 80 bucks and probably get, you know, 500 rounds for another 100 bucks, if that, or 1,000 rounds, inflation. But that was only due to the fact that the people selling these didn't pay for them. Now they're going up in price with everything going on in the world. It's getting harder to get. Ammo's getting a little harder to get. And the price point for a, you know, possibly 60-year-old rifle, while a good rifle, it's just not there. For $400, you can get a blend, you know, AR-15. You can shop around, build it from parts, probably even cheaper, and you get yourself an excellent little system. You can even get, you know, if you definitely want the 30 cal, I know there are some very economical 300 blackout uppers, and then you have an AR platform, and the only downside is now you're paying for a little more expensive ammo versus the 7.62, but 300 blackout is a modern cartridge, has a lot more kinetic energy, ballistic performance than 7.62. So if you're really worried about it, let's say you can go a cheap 300 blackout or a cheap AR if you wanted a sporting rifle. And don't judge the very tactical paint job on it. Once again, I was a young boy with 2 spray cans and a dream, and my dad humored me, so I was able to do my own version of Realtree. I'll say I don't think it looks too bad. Just saw a little gun. Let me know what you think. Is it a buy? Is it a try? Is it a why? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Let me know.